Reset course that I'm running on the 30th of October. Now, it's a brand new course with fresh content. I am refilming everything, and I did a 4-week menopause reboot last year, but I'm basically revamping the whole thing. It's going to be 28 days. It's going to be different. I'm going to be updating all the content and, like I said, refilming everything. So it's going to be fresh, totally new. Now, this course is for women who feel completely and utterly overwhelmed with all the information that there is out there on the menopause, because there is so much. It can be really difficult to know where to turn. It is like information overwhelm. It is also for women who are extremely busy, and it's called the sandwich generation, where you've probably got kids, you're working full time, or maybe you're at the peak of your career and you've also got aging parents. So it's like you're being pulled from every single angle, and just to make things worse, we throw the hormones in the mix as well. And it's also for women who actually they know they need to make the time to look after themselves, and they're always falling at the bottom of the pile because of everything I've already spoken about. But actually, maybe you sort of know what you need to do, but you're not really quite sure, but you just need to be able to put everything into practice. So that is who this course is for. And I've tried to condense everything to give you the information that you need to put you back in the driver's seat to manage your menopause symptoms holistically. Now, I'm not saying that I'm against anything that isn't holistic, but I think by focusing on the holistic way of managing your menopause symptoms, so your diet, your stress management, your fitness, it really sets you up for the long term as well, for longevity, beyond the perimenopausal stage into the postmenopausal stage, so you can be a fitter, healthier woman and feel in control of your symptoms, and know what you need to do after this stage, and to embrace this new chapter. I really think that a lot of women get to this time in life and kind of feel like they've lost themselves and feel completely and utterly out of control with their body, and don't really have someone that gets it, or who they can turn to, or can give them the support. And I definitely think it's getting better, 100% getting better. And it's fantastic that more people are celebrating World Menopause Day and they're talking about it. And I'm doing a corporate chat next week. I'm also doing a corporate course. So it's really great that workplaces are starting to look out for their employees. It is something that every woman is going to go through at some stage in her life. It's completely and utterly natural. It's normal. Yet for so long it's been such a taboo and a subject that people don't really know how to approach or how to talk about it. So I'm here to spread awareness and to give you the tools and the knowledge that you need to navigate this stage with confidence. Okay, are you ready? And let me know as well if you have any questions at all. You can watch this on the replay, like I said. So if there's anything you want to go over, you can do that, or you can just message me. I only opened bookings for the course yesterday. So I've already had a few people book on, but I don't want to overbook this. So there are limited spaces, and that is so that I can give you the attention, the guidance that you need as well. So this is what we're going to cover. And like I said, any questions, let me know. But this is what we're going to cover week by week, and how the course is going to be laid out, if you like. I'm really, really sorry about my writing on this whiteboard. So I took a photo of it earlier. I was like, oh yeah, this looks great. Took a photo of it, stepped back, and oh my goodness, that bottom left corner is something else. So apologies for my handwriting, but really it's just kind of prompts for me so I don't forget anything. So 28-day menopause reset. Obviously, it's not going to be like 28-day, this is going to be it. You'll manage your menopause symptoms perfectly forever. It's not that. It's 28 days of giving you education, bite-sized education and tools that you can start to use, that you can then carry forward with you. That's what I want to do. So I'm loading you with stuff that you can put in your suitcase, and then you can carry it forward back in the driver's seat. So yeah, you feel like you know what you're doing, basically. You know what you need to do moving forwards. And you've already had a go at putting some of it into practice. That's the idea. Week number 1. We're going to be talking all about healthy habits. So a lot of things that you probably know you should be doing, but maybe you're not. So we're going to start putting things into practice. Talking about sleep and how we can improve our sleep during this time. And I think sleep as well, it's really difficult. It is a difficult thing. And I always say control the controllables, but there are things you can do to improve your sleep. And sleep is one of those things that's like foundation of health. When we don't get enough sleep, our emotions are all over the place. Our cravings are all over the place. Our stress is through the roof. We sometimes just can't really think quite rationally. Let me know if this is ever you. If you've had a bad night's sleep and you think, do you know what, I just need to go to bed, and then the world will be great again. So we're going to talk about sleep. We'll talk about declining hormones and what is going on in your body. Like scientifically, what is happening? Because I think sometimes when you actually know and understand what's happening in your body, it is a lot easier to digest and a lot easier to understand. I think it really, really helps when you sort of know what's happening and you can be more aware, be more self-aware of what's going on. Talk about midsection weight gain, and we'll also talk a bit about nutrition, but nutrition will play a part in as the weeks go on. So we'll be talking about the things that you might want to be focusing on during this time, maybe more so than before. Week number 2, anxiety and stress. This is a very stress-provoking period of life. You can quite literally feel completely out of control of what's going on in your body, and the hormones don't help with stress, and that can bring with it anxiety as well. So those things, as well as your emotional well-being. Osteoporosis and bone health. With a decline in estrogen, we are at risk, much greater risk of osteoporosis. So how can we look after our bones during this time? Talk about fats, healthy fats and nutrition, and also talk about exercise and maybe the things that you want to focus a little bit more on, and maybe some myth busting as well. So, when people say, oh, don't do that when you hit the menopause, or don't do that kind of thing as you get older because X, Y, Z, my bones, we're going to be laying out the facts here. Week 3, we'll be talking all about tracking and how you can track over time, not just your menopause symptoms, but also maybe your diet and your fitness, if that's something for you, and how to best do that. Cognitive health. So do you ever feel maybe a little bit confused? Like you don't know where you put your keys every day. Maybe you feel like your concentration is out the window, the brain fog, the memory. Maybe you just feel like you can't retain any information anymore, or you start a sentence and you can't seem to finish it, or you forget what you're talking about. I mean, we all do it anyway, but it can get quite a lot worse. So what can we do about it? What can we do, Lorna? Skin and hair. How can we have radiant skin and hair during this time? Talk a little bit about phytoestrogens, which are implants. So they're naturally occurring, it's basically naturally occurring in plants, and they mimic what estrogen does in the body to an extent. So we'll talk about that. Alcohol. I'm going to cover a little bit about alcohol, and that is week 3. Week 4, emotional eating. Very, very common. It's very common anyway, but even more common when you're dealing with everything that's going on. And also, I want everyone to know that when they come onto this course, that it's a safe place to talk about things. So feel free to chat about anything, menopause symptom-wise, or if you are struggling with something like emotional eating, this is a safe place to discuss and share tips and share ideas. And also I'll share my expertise and knowledge with you. I'll share as much as I possibly can. I just want you to get as much as you can out of this course. Diet breaks, supplements, and then we'll just wrap it all up. Gut health as well. I can't remember if I said that first one. Gut health. Now, this is all going to be bite-sized. So if you're looking at this thinking, oh my gosh, Laura, that is overwhelming, the way that I'm going to lay it out is not going to be overwhelming at all. So please be reassured that I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to add to your load. I'm not going to add to your stress. That is literally the last thing I want to do. Now, here's how it's going to be laid out. So Monday to Friday, I will be giving you some bite-sized education. So I'm covering these topics that we've been talking about. It'll all be in a Facebook group. So it'll be a private Facebook group, completely closed, so you can got that safe place to chat and share ideas and experiences. You know, no one else is going to be seeing what you're putting in there. It's just going to be everybody who's part of the group, the small group. Like I said, I want to make this an intimate experience. Workouts, I'm going to be putting up 4 suggested workouts for the week. You don't have to do them. The workouts are optional. If it's something that you want to do, great. If you'd just rather kind of take on board the information, then that's also great. Then I'll be doing a Q&A at the end of the week as well. So you can put your questions into the Facebook group and I'll be delving into them and answering them. And then the weekend, I'll do like a little bit of a roundup of what we've covered over the week. So if you've had a really busy week and you just want to use the weekend to catch up on everything, then you can do that as well. We'll also be covering a few other things, so a little bit of bonus content. And I'll be providing you with some documents as well, so that you can just use to guide you through. So, for example, a little leaflet on husbands and partners, maybe to give to them to best support you during this time, or some recipe ideas, or a menopause tracker, for example. So you can use that as you want, and then you've got that, that's yours. So that is pretty much everything we're going to cover. Like I said, just bite-sized little information, bite-sized education each day, Monday to Friday, weekly Q&A, and you've got that support every day, whenever you need it. You've got each other. So that is what we're going to be doing on the 28-day Menopause Reset. Like I said, it's all ready to book now. So you can go over to laurenmariefitness.co.uk and click 28-day Menopause Reset. It is all on there. So I just popped back up again. I just wanted to see if anyone had written anything in the comments, but I'll be checking this post anyway. So if you're watching on catch up, I'll be able to answer you there. So just get yourself booked on. There's nothing you need to do other than book on now. And then what I'm going to do a couple of days before is just get everybody into the Facebook group and do some like introduction kind of things. But that's it. That's all you need to do. And I suppose the thing is, this is an opportunity now to learn, and it doesn't need to be put into place straight away. It doesn't need to be done now. But this is an opportunity to get the tools, get the education. Like if you take 3 things from this course that can improve your symptoms and improve your life, then it's worth it. Or even one thing, even if you just take one thing through with you that improves your sleep, or improves your relationship with food, or makes you feel more in control, then that's amazing. But if not, it's kind of like, well, you know, what are you going to put in place? What are you going to do to make sure you are managing your symptoms and you're making that time for you and your health and your well-being? So just make sure that whatever you do, if you are struggling, then you please just reach out and do something. You know, whether that's joining my course or whether it's going to speak to a menopause specialist. There are so many out there now. You can actually request to see a menopause specialist. You don't have to just go to your GP if you don't want to. There's so many options out there, but the last thing you want to do is nothing. So make sure you do something, you put something into place. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I am so excited about running this course. I really am, and I'm excited to get to know some of you a lot better as well. So we start on the 30th. Like I said, a couple of days before, I'll get in touch just to get everybody on board. But all you need to do now is go to the website and get yourself booked on. And I will see you there. And if you're on my online squad, I will see you in the morning. We have a cardio mashup tomorrow morning. Then after the cardio mashup, it is Pilates with light weights. So that's going to be great. So I will see you there. Anyway, have a great Thursday evening, everybody. And I will catch you soon. Bye.